Don't put no fucking camera on them, because then they start going even crazier. Yeah, they're very attention seeking. That's not a bad thing though, considering the life you live, you know?
Yeah.
But to the average fucking Joe, it's very fucking, you know, get out the fucking clouds, Pisces. You know what I mean? While my sister name is Johnnice. So boom. My mother is kind of a, you know, promiscuous woman at the time, messing with, you know, Johnnice's father and my father at the same time, you know, doing what they do. I didn't say who they was, chat. You was thinking it. I wasn't thinking it.
I wanted to hop on here real quick and say that I am convinced that I set the bar so fucking high for my kids that they're jealous. I set the bar for their ass so high that they're angry. I don't know why Jonathan over there talking shit about my life and what I did with my ass and my kids and what I named them. You didn't even get to name your child. Your son is named after his mama, nigga.
The internet didn't just get tea, it got a pressure washer blast straight to the timeline. Because when Karlissa started talking about Blueface's childhood stories and personal past on Live, social media didn't lean in, it kicked the door off the hinges. Suddenly everybody became a family historian, a trauma analyst, and a gossip professor with a PhD in comment section psychology. Clips flew, quotes spread. Reactions detonated, and the audience split faster than a reality show finale vote. Some people yelled oversharing, others yelled truth-telling, and a third group yelled, wait, why is this more dramatic than 3 seasons of cable TV? Because nothing, and I mean nothing, sends the algorithm into cardiac arrest faster than family revelations mixed with celebrity fame and livestream energy. This wasn't a whisper. This was a megaphone duct taped to a rocket. One moment you're scrolling peacefully, next moment you're knee-deep in debates about upbringing, struggle stories, and who should have kept what private. This isn't just drama. This is generational group chat warfare with a public audience. And if you think this stops at one livestream, you haven't studied the internet scandal expansion law. The timeline didn't just get messy, it turned into a full-blown digital food fight with extra sauce and no napkins. The moment Karlissa started sharing personal stories and claims about Blueface's early years during a live session, social media didn't pause to stretch, it sprinted straight into chaos. Clips started flying across feeds like confetti, made of controversy. Within minutes, everybody with a Wi-Fi signal and an opinion grabbed a megaphone and declared themselves a certified family history analyst. Some viewers leaned forward like they were watching a documentary premiere. Others leaned back like they just heard something that should have stayed in a locked diary under a mattress. The split was instant and dramatic. Supporters called it raw honesty and unfiltered truth-telling. Critics called it oversharing with surround sound. Spectators called it better than anything on streaming this week and asked for episode 2. Because when celebrity family stories hit the public timeline, logic packs a suitcase and emotion takes the driver's seat. Nobody reacts calmly to upbringing talk, they react personally. People don't just hear the story. They compare it to their own childhood, their cousin's childhood, their neighbor's childhood, and that one kid from school who ate glue. Perspective goes wide, fast, and loud. Reaction channels jumped into motion like emergency crews responding to a 5-alarm drama fire. Titles popped up everywhere with words like exposed, breaks silence, and shocking claims. In fonts large enough to be seen from space, thumbnails looked like digital soap operas, shocked faces, arrows, circles, dramatic text, the full cinematic grocery list. Commentary streamers replayed every sentence like it was a championship. Replay, pause, analyze, rewind, tone breakdown, word choice breakdown, breathing pattern breakdown. At this point, if someone blinked too hard on camera, it would have gotten its own theory thread. The audience built sides at record speed. Team she's speaking her experience lined up on one side, team this should be private lined up on the other. The neutral middle tried to exist for about 6 minutes before getting run over by hot takes traveling at highway speeds. Online neutrality lasts about as long as ice cream. In the dessert, meme creators clocked in early too. Because nothing fuels internet comedy like uncomfortable celebrity revelations mixed with livestream energy. Jokes spread faster than summaries. Some posts compared the reaction level to reality TV reunion episodes where everybody talks at once. And nobody answers the question. Others joke that livestream buttons should come with seatbelts and legal disclaimers. What really turned the temperature up was that these were personal recollections and claims, not polished PR statements. Raw delivery always hits harder than scripted messaging. It feels closer, louder, more explosive, even when context is incomplete. Social media doesn't measure completeness, it measures impact. People started connecting story fragments, like puzzle pieces from different boxes. That's the platform's specialty, narrative construction under emotional lighting. One clip plus one quote plus one assumption equals a full storyline in the comment section. Accuracy not guaranteed, confidence absolutely guaranteed. Defenders argued that family truth isn't always pretty and not every story comes wrapped in comfort. They said real life doesn't sound like a press release. Opponents argued that public platforms aren't confession booths and some chapters belong off camera. Both sides typed like their keyboards were on fire. Soon the debate upgraded from what was said to what it means. Intent analysis took center stage. Motive discussions exploded. Some claimed this was transparency. Others claimed this was score settling. A few said it was emotion spilling over in real time. And a lab group said it was all of the above plus algorithmic timing. The algorithm, of course, did what it always does. It rewarded intensity, the most dramatic takes, climbed fastest, calm, balanced breakdowns sank like quiet songs in a nightclub. Volume wins. Nuance needs a microphone and luck. Clips were reposted with captions that added flavor, spice, and sometimes full extra ingredients by the fifth repost. The summary sounded more intense than the original wording. That's the social media translation. Effect: every retell adds seasoning whether needed or not. Longtime followers of the family dynamic said none of this exists in a vacuum and pointed to years of public tension, interviews, and back and forth moments. New viewers showed up confused but energized, like they walked into episode 6 of a series and decided to pick a side anyway. Confusion has never stopped participation. Discussion threads stretched into essay-length debates. People wrote psychological breakdowns, cultural takes, parenting standards, and fame impact theories like they were submitting final exams. Social platforms turn everybody into a professor when drama appears on the syllabus. The emotional factor made everything heavier. Childhood stories, especially difficult ones, hit differently than regular celebrity gossip. It stops being just entertainment and starts poking real-life nerves. That's why reactions multiplied so fast. People weren't only reacting to a celebrity story, they were reacting through their own memories and experiences. Meanwhile, critics of the coverage started criticizing the critics of the coverage. And then commentators started covering the criticism of the criticism. The topic didn't just trend, it branched. Now there was primary drama and media drama running at the same time, like two shows sharing one channel. Some creators tried to slow the momentum by reminding viewers that personal storytelling is perspect. I've not courtroom evidence. Those reminders traveled about as far as a paper airplane in a wind tunnel. Outrage jets fly faster, and hovering over the entire situation was one giant unresolved question. How much of the audience is reacting to verified detail, and how much is reacting to emotional shock value? Because those are not the same fuel, but online they burn with the same flame. What started as a live storytelling moment had now transformed into a full-scale internet event. Debates, defenses, jokes, essays, reaction panels, and prediction threads about what happens next. And if there's one rule the internet never breaks, it's this. Once phase 1 explodes, phase 2 always hits louder. The second wave didn't arrive quietly. It kicked the door open wearing algorithm boots and carrying a megaphone. What started as livestream storytelling and clipped reposts turned into full-scale internet theater. Not discussion, production, not reaction, performance. Suddenly, everybody wasn't just watching the situation, they were auditioning inside. If attention were electricity, the grid overloaded twice and asked for backup generators. Bigger commentary channels entered the arena like heavyweight fighters with sponsored microphones. Each one promised the real breakdown, the complete timeline, the truth nobody else is saying, which is internet language for my version, is louder. Thumbnails got more dramatic, titles got more explosive. Facial expressions in preview images looked like people had just seen a ghost steal their car. The narrative didn't just spread, it mutated. Every repost added interpretation. Every interpretation added emotional seasoning. By now, the story had more flavors than a snack aisle. Some creators framed Karlissa's claims as overdue honesty, others framed them as unnecessary exposure. A third group framed the entire situation as proof that celebrity family dynamics and livestream culture should never share the same room without supervision. Reaction live streams multiplied like clones, panels formed, split screens everywhere. 5 people talking at once, nobody landing the plane. It sounded like a group call where every participant thinks they're the host. People weren't debating points, they were debating tones. Pauses, word choices, and facial expressions. Like forensic linguists with WI-V. Then the meme economy reached peak production. Because once a story becomes uncomfortable and viral at the same time, humor shows up like an uninvited DJ. There were parody documentary posters, fake breaking news edits, dramatic reenactment jokes, and mock subtitles that turn normal sentences into blockbuster monologues. The internet doesn't process tension quietly. It remixes it. Pop culture comparisons flew everywhere. Some said the unfolding saga felt like a streaming series with 0 writers and unlimited plot. Twists. Others joked that celebrity live streams have replaced scripted drama because at least the chaos is authentic and the lighting is terrible. One viral post said, "Reality TV walked so livestream drama could sprint downhill with scissors." The debate itself started evolving. It wasn't just about what Karlissa said anymore. It became about whether public platforms are the right place for deeply personal history at all. Now the argument had layers. Ethics entered the chat. Privacy debates entered the chat. Oversharing versus truth-telling became the headline of the side argument. Supporters emphasized lived experience and personal voice. Critics emphasized boundaries and long-term impact. Spectators emphasized popcorn. Nobody emphasized calm. Calm left the building early and took a taxi home. Internet psychologists, fully self-certified, began posting long threads analyzing family dynamics from short clips. Like they were reading entire books from one paragraph. Charts appeared. Bullet point theories appeared. Emotional motive breakdowns appeared. The confidence level was skyscraper high. The verified information level was basement low. And of course, someone built a timeline graphic. There is always one person who builds a timeline graphic. It looked official, organized, color-coded, and still based partly on assumption glue and guesswork tape. But once a chart exists, people treat it like a museum exhibit. What supercharged engagement was moral positioning. Social media users love standing on digital high ground, especially when likes count as applause. People weren't just stating opinions, they were declaring principles. The comment section turned into a courtroom where everyone was both lawyer and judge, and nobody read the case file. Then came the secondary explosion, creators reacting to other creators' reactions. Now we had commentary about commentary about commentary. The original topic became the trunk, but the branches grew wild. Media ticks everywhere. This channel is exploiting it. No. That channel is twisting it. No. You are misframing it. At this point, the argument had sequels. Some voices attempted moderation, suggesting viewers treat personal recollections as perspective, not certified history. Those takes performed like jazz at a rock concert, technically solid, largely ignored. Outrage rock still topped the charts. Fan communities split into micro-factions, not just for and against, but subgroups with slightly different reasons for being for and against. It was like watching a prism turn one beam into 12 colors of disagreement. Each group insisted they were the rational one. Statistics disagree. Engagement. Numbers soared, views climbed, clips trended, hashtags rotated, platforms love emotional velocity. The stronger the reaction, the longer the reach. Nuanced takes move like bicycles. Fiery takes travel by rocket sled. Then parody insider accounts appeared claiming secret confirmations and behind-the-scenes validation. Some were satire, some were impersonation, some were pure fiction wearing a confident tone. People believed them anyway for at least a few hours, which online equals several geological eras. Corrections later arrived on foot while the rumors had already flown business class. The conversation also shifted toward motive speculation. Why now? Why publicly? Why this wording? Timing theories popped up like mushrooms after rain. Some said emotional overflow, some said strategic response, some said coincidence. The loudest voices said certainty. Certainty is very popular online, even when accuracy is still buffering. Meanwhile, brand and reputation discussions entered the ring. Commentators debated how moments like this reshape public image long term. Not because audiences remember perfectly, but because the internet archives imperfectly forever. Screenshots don't expire. Clips don't forget. Context sometimes gets lost in transit. Humor posts kept slicing through the tension, joking that social media treats every celebrity family moment like a season finale, even when it's actually a rough draft. Another viral joke said the algorithm doesn't ask, is it verified? It asks, is it loud? Through all this noise, one uncomfortable truth kept peeking through. Nobody fully agreed on the facts, but everybody had fully formed feelings. And online, feelings drive engagement harder than documentation ever will. By now, anticipation started building around possible responses, clarifications, or counter stories from people connected to the situation. Audiences leaned forward digitally. Notification bells got activated like emergency sirens, because if Phase 1 is revelation and Phase 2 is reaction, Phase 3 is always response, and response waves hit like storms. And when that response wave forms, it doesn't calm the sea. By the third phase of the storm, the internet wasn't asking what happened, it was asking what happens next. That's when you know a controversy has graduated from moment to saga. Attention didn't just stick. It unpacked luggage and changed its mailing address. Because once family revelations, celebrity identity, and viral debate mixed together, the story stops being a clip and becomes a franchise. Public perception started doing gymnastics, not stretching full Olympic flips. Some viewers began reframing everything through sympathy. Others doubled down on criticism. A third group declared the entire situation proof that fame and family should never share a live stream password. When narratives collide online, perception doesn't settle, it negotiates loudly. The most fascinating shift was how quickly the focus moved from the original claims to the consequences of the claims. Now the debate wasn't just about what was said, it was about impact. How does this affect image, relationships, loyalty lines, future interviews? Every answer came packaged with confidence and absolutely no universal agreement. Digital reputation works like glass in a windstorm. Even when it doesn't shatter, it gets scratched. Commentary channels started analyzing brand effect like stock market analysts watching a volatile ticker. Public trust down, core fence steady, casual audience confused. Yes, people were literally doing reputation math like this. With Celebrity Wall Street, supporters argued that raw family storytelling, even when uncomfortable, shows humanity and imperfection connects. Critics argued that public storytelling of private struggle creates echoes that never fully fade. Both sides wrote paragraphs, nobody wrote quietly. Then came the relationship detectives. Social media users began tracking follows, unfollows, likes, silence gaps, emoji choices, and post timing like federal investigators with too much espresso. If someone posted a vague quote, it became evidence. If someone didn't post, it became louder evidence. online logic says silence speaks, and apparently it gives press conferences too. Speculation about private conversations exploded. People described imagined phone calls, imagined arguments, imagined reconciliations, entire invisible scenes written by strangers with strong opinions, and fast keyboards. The internet doesn't just fill gaps, it decorates them. Meanwhile, fatigue quietly entered the chat, not boredom, overload, the kind where viewers are still watching but now rubbing their temples. Drama saturation is real when every update is massive. The word massive starts needing therapy. Some users admitted they couldn't even tell which version of the story they were reacting to anymore: original clip, repost edit, reaction summary, or reaction to the reaction. That confusion didn't slow the content machine. If anything, it fed it, because when clarity drops, commentary rises. Creators began producing full recap videos to explain the recap videos that explained the clips. It became an informational echo chamber with better lighting and louder intros. A few cooler heads tried to zoom out and point at the bigger picture. Celebrity family conflicts have existed forever. But livestream culture turned the volume from private room to stadium speaker. What used to be whispered now trends. What used to be local now goes global before breakfast. Technology didn't invent family tension, it gave it a broadcast deal. Humor accounts delivered the sharpest truth disguised as jokes. Viral posts said the internet treats the celebrity pain like episodic content. Watch, react, refresh, repeat. Another joke said social media doesn't need full context. It runs on emotional Wi-Fi. Signal strong, accuracy buffering. Then prediction culture took over. Viewers started forecasting the next arc like sports analysts. Clarification video coming. Response live stream coming. Interview coming. Reconciliation coming. Fallout coming. According to prediction threads, everything was coming, including things that cannot physically come. What actually matters in these moments is narrative control. Whoever frames the story most clearly, calmly, and consistently usually reshapes public interpretation, but calm framing online is like whispering into a hurricane. You can do it, but you better bring a megaphone and timing. Some commentators noted something important. Audiences often forget that personal recollections are subjective lenses, not courtroom transcripts. Memory is emotional. Storytelling is perspective. Viewers, however, prefer certainty because certainty feels stable, even if it's built on incomplete pieces. Brand watchers also pointed out a pattern. Controversy spikes attention. Attention spikes visibility. Visibility attracts new viewers who only see the spike, not the backstory. That creates distorted first impressions. It's like meeting someone only during their worst day and deciding that's their personality forever. And yet, paradox time, controversy can also humanize. Messy stories make polished celebrity images feel real. Raw edges create relatability for some and discomfort for others. Fame is a magnifying glass. It enlarges both flaws and empathy depending on who's looking. By now, the noise level had lowered slightly but deepened. Here are people shouting. More people debating. The topic moved from explosive to embedded. Not gone, rooted. That's phase 3, when a controversy becomes reference material instead of breaking news. But here's the rule the internet never breaks. Nothing truly disappears. It archives, sleeps, and returns when triggered by a new interview, a new clip, or a new disagreement. Digital memory has perfect recall and terrible timing. So the situation now sits in that strange in-between state. Not resolved, not exploding, just glowing like hot coals under the surface, waiting for the next gust of oxygen, waiting for the next statement, the next reaction, the next unexpected turn, because online drama never ends with a period. And if your brain feels like it just rode a roller coaster built out of live stream clips, hot takes, and internet overreactions, congratulations, you're officially caught up in the chaos. This is what happens when celebrity stories, family claims, and social media microphones collide at full speed. It's not just tea anymore. It's a Category 5 content hurricane with bonus commentary and a meme aftershock. Now I want your take, and not the safe, polite, fence-sitting version. Drop your real opinion in the comments. The bold one, the risky one, the one that might start 3 reply threads and a debate panel. Because the comment section is where the second episode always premieres, and sometimes it's louder than the video. Hit that like button like it just leaked your group chat. Don't tap it gently, press it like you mean it. Every like tells the algorithm you want more unfiltered breakdowns, louder investigations, and drama dissections with the extra spice package. Subscribe right now if you want non-stop controversy, coverage, barrel story autopsies, celebrity chaos maps, and internet meltdown reports delivered fresh. Around here, scandals don't trickle, they drop fast, messy, and usually with 0 warning and maximum volume. Turn on notifications so you don't arrive late to the next digital explosion. Because by the time watered-down summaries show up elsewhere, we've already torn the headline apart and checked it for loose screws. Remember, online fame is shiny, messy, unpredictable, and one live stream away from another plot twist. Welcome to Fame Flaws.